2, 1. We're live.
What's cracking, everybody? It's another episode of What's the Word on Wednesdays, man, on the realest platform on YouTube, American Cholo. You already know what it is. I got my boys at the seats with me right now, man. Shit, how y'all feeling today, bro?
Feeling good, bro.
Feeling great, homie.
Feeling great, feeling
What
good.
the fuck's
Beautiful
the deal?
day, dog.
It's just another beautiful day, huh? Fuck, hey, I'm tired of this rain, though, dog. Fuck it.
I'm tired of the Clippers, G.
Full fuck you, dog.
Shots fired already?
Already full
Just
fuck.
started.
Fuck yeah, dog.
Come on, my boy.
It's not,
I just
dog.
broke a record, fool.
Fastest shit talk on the fucking pod, fool.
That's right,
Yeah.
my boy. I came ready.
And what's the word history?
Nah, but yeah, shit, it rained, what, like all through the night?
Yeah.
I want to say since, what? Like
Tuesday,
yesterday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Monday night.
Monday
Like,
night.
To be
Tuesday.
real, whenever
No,
the fuck
Monday
you
it
want
rained Monday too.
Yeah.
It rained. It was like light, and then like in the afternoon to the night, fucking was pouring, bro. But I'm tired of it, dog. I don't
Fucking
know how
Frank
y'all
thought he's gonna
feel.
die again, huh?
Who's gonna drown?
Oh, yeah.
Never seen my boy so stiff when we were driving back, dog.
Hey, put Frank in the car when it's raining, fool. My boy.
Fool, I thought the whip had extra seatbelts.
Hey, dog.
Moving. I just put him to tie himself down to all types of shit.
You got that NASA racer seat.
That's my boy.
Nah, but shit. Let's get into some sports, dog. How y'all feeling, bro? With the fucking what's it called? Well, I know I don't know. Are you a Dodger fan, fool?
Fuck yeah, homie.
Okay.
That's right.
You Dodger
Doyers,
fans? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how y'all
Yep.
feeling? I seen a video.
Colonizers.
I seen a video today of Otani speaking Spanish.
What?
That's right.
He speaks Spanish
Do
too,
it for the
fool.
culture.
All of a
dog.
sudden, fool.
Yeah, fool. None of these Latinas are safe, G.
None. Yeah, it's over with.
Fuck, fool.
It's over.
Hey, but
That's
how y'all feel about
crazy.
Otani, man, joining the Dodgers? We haven't talked about that here yet.
I mean, because we took him from the Angels, fool. That's a sensitive subject for you, G.
It is.
For not really, dog.
All right.
I don't really, watch baseball like that, dog.
I think it's good, fool. He finally has a team where, his talent and his skill is going to be on display and be able to get him a couple rings, you feel me?
Maybe.
I feel like that's going to happen.
He wants to win, bro.
Yeah.
He hasn't been able to do that with the Angels and their ownership.
Facts.
Unfortunately,
This
like
is fucking
Facts.
just
Bro.
talking shit on the Angels
no,
day today,
it's
huh?
the truth, bro. Like
All the teams you go for, bro.
the Angels have had two generational players in their franchise, right?
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Like with Mike Trout
Mike
on
Trout,
the other side.
Nah, fool, I feel bad for Trout, dog.
Bro, it's hard, fool.
Trout's been to one
Cold-blooded.
playoff in his entire career.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like he for sure for the longest time has been by far like the best player in baseball.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, 100%.
And Shohei
Facts.
coming over from Japan and not only hitting the way that he's been hitting, bro, but also being able to pitch the way that he's been pitching. Like, he's a really good pitcher. And he's
Modern day
really-
Babe Ruth, G.
Yeah,
Bro, for
Fuck
real.
Kershaw, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you put some respect. Put
He
some
just let me down too many times,
bro.
bro.
I
You-
know.
you on one
bro,
today,
but,
dog.
Hey, you gotta put some respect on the OG, man.
Nah, facts.
He's been here since day one. Suffering through the McCourt era, through all of that. Like we've gone pretty far from that, right? So
Yeah.
I think Shohei is definitely gonna pay for himself. Like first and foremost, like the amount of like revenue he's gonna generate from like all his ads with Japan and like that
Yeah.
commerce. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's a business move. Like it
Yeah.
makes sense from a business perspective, right?
Yeah.
On the field, I'm like he's a great pitcher. He's a great hitter.
He's amazing.
Last year, what really hurt us was our pitching. Like everybody was hurt. Like we didn't have a solid rotation
Yeah.
because everybody kept getting injured. So it's
What about the year before that?
hey man,
And the one before that?
bro, like fuck,
Just playing with
Hey, we're
I'm
talking about
playing
today,
with-
bro.
Bro,
We're talking about right
we're
now.
talking about-
You bringing up bullshit.
come on, come on, bro.
I'm just fucking with you.
I'm like, man. But no, definitely, bro. Like, I think he's going to be able to add from all perspectives, getting him out there, being able to pitch. Like, he's going to be help us win ball games. And at the end of the day, it's obviously from what you talked about, like what happened in years past, where we've been really good during the regular season. And for one reason or another, right, we don't make it all the way to fulfill our potential and be able to win another world title. Even though, right, we were cheated.
I will give you that. The
For-
Astros, that's the season with the Astros. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was some bullshit for sure.
But it is what it is. Now we got to continue to move forward. We have
Yeah.
great teams. But, you know, it's putting all the pieces together, being healthy at the right time. But Shohei is definitely going to be a major piece, piece when it comes to that success, for sure.
Yeah.
No, yeah, dope. I mean, it's actually gonna be dope to see that fool fucking, like you said, he's gonna be on a winning team, bro. You know, it sucks to know that he fucking left or whatever, but I mean, fuck it. It's not like, look what we did with Trout, bro. You know, we have done jack shit. So it's like, why do it to somebody else? It's gonna be dope though to see him. I will say though, I feel like if y'all don't win it in the next 3 years, dog, win the next 3 seasons, that's kind of a fluke, to be honest. Cause for you guys are already doing some damage with the team you guys got, and like, for you just added Thanos to the Avengers, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so on a personal level, I think I give y'all 3 seasons, bro. Y'all don't win one in 3 seasons, I don't know what to say.
Man, it's pitching, bro. I think our pitching needs to be right. Like, I really think that we need to be healthy. We need to have a good rotation. What we've had in the past is inconsistent closing, right? Like, after Kenley left, like, there hasn't been anybody to kind of shore up, like, the closer situation, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's really important to have that Mariano type of dude that you can go, like, when you're in a pinch and be like, I need you to pitch 2 solid innings.
Yeah.
And you're going to be shut down. And we need somebody like that to really solidify, like, the back end of the rotation. So I'm like, Shohei's not that guy because he's a starter, right?
Yeah.
But having him is definitely a piece. So to your point, like, 3 years is definitely a good time frame. I'm like, I think we just need a really solid closer, a couple other pieces in the rotation, but Shohei is definitely a key arm in that.
Yeah, I feel it, bro. Well, man, we'll get to see what happens. I know baseball season's starting up, and hopefully the Angels can do something, dog.
Probably
But
not.
yeah, hey, man, I don't got my hopes up, bro. I truly believe. I'm a firm believer in we need a change of ownership. I don't like Artie Moreno, dog. I don't think he's a good owner for shit, to be honest. And I don't think anything's going to happen with the Angels until there's a new owner in town, bro, honestly. But let's get into some basketball, dog. NBA All-Star Weekend this past weekend, bro. I don't know if you guys tapped in with any of the events. Did you watch any of the NBA?
No, I didn't watch any of those.
One thing that I was really looking forward to, bro, was the dunk contest.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Was it weak?
Triple J.
Was it weak though?
It was kind of weak, dog.
Yeah, it's been kind of
Probably.
weak.
It was kind of weak because of Jaylen Brown, bro. Like, Mac McClung, he, all respects to him, but he's like the NBA circus animal, dog. They don't really highlight him throughout the season. He don't do much, but when it comes to the dunk contest, like, he's all up. They fucking highlight the fuck out of him, which is kind of fucked up. But he came out and did his thing. Jaylen Brown did some bullshit, in my opinion. Like, have you guys heard of Kai Cenat, the streamer?
Oh, the fucking little
Oh,
Twitch
yeah,
fucko?
yeah. With
Bro,
the
he's
dreads.
like, yeah. So you know how he's short?
Little weirdo.
You know how he's short? You know how he's short? He's like
Yeah,
5'6", 5 or 5'5".
for real?
I don't know, some
Oh,
shit
damn.
like that.
Yeah.
5'4", 5'5".
That's pretty short.
Yeah,
Dog, he dunked over him, but he had him sit down.
What the
Like, motherfucker,
he
we got
stepped over
motherfuckers
him?
dunking over Shaq.
Yeah, dog. What the
And you had the
fuck?
5'5" homie sit down on a chair and dunk.
For
Like,
real.
it's not that impressive, But the thing I wanted to highlight there was Triple J, bro, from the Miami Heat. He's Mexican.
Oh,
He came out of
shit.
UCLA.
Okay.
That's
So
right.
y'all know who I was rooting for in that
Triple
dunk
J.
contest,
Hell
bro.
yeah. Do it for
You
the
know,
culture.
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't
Oh, shit.
win it.
He at least got a
or-
good one though.
He jumped over Shaq.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, he had a nice dunk over Shaq.
Over
bro.
Shaq?
Yeah, but if you don't come fucking with it,
Yeah, you're not
you're
gonna
not gonna make it
Not
to the
gonna
next
make it.
round and shit. But he had his second dunk, bro, was dope. He had what did you call it earlier on the court? It was like, I don't know. The court had like a digital fucking
Like digital mapping.
yeah,
Right.
like on
When
the
they
court.
can- yeah.
So like right under the rim or under the basket, there was a big old Mexican flag, dog.
Oh, that's
So
what's
he
up. Hell
he
yeah.
had that like waving while he was doing the dunk.
That's
That
right.
shit was crazy, bro. Yeah, man. But yeah, the All-Star Weekend was dope for anybody who tapped in. I would say that the dunk contest was mediocre, but the 3-point contest was probably one of the best I've seen in a while.
I seen that Curry won, right?
Well, Curry beat the WNBA player.
Yeah, they went head to head.
Yeah, they went head to
I
head.
seen that.
But Damian Lillard won the 3-point contest.
What?
And it was one of the dopest
Dame Dollar.
3-point contests I've seen in a while, bro. Usually like in the first round to like proceed, you're looking at like you can't get like a 20, 21. If you get like 20 or 21, bro, you're probably not making it to the next round.
Yeah.
There was like 3 people who had 26, which is pretty high, and then like the lowest was like 24. You know, it was good. Everybody came with it, bro. It was a good one. Damian Lillard ended up winning that, bro, for the third year in a row.
Damn.
3-peat fucking 3-point champ.
Was Curry in that motherfucker too?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, the only event Curry did for 3-point was against Sabrina.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was his final score?
Fuck. I think he had a 27 or 28. I'm not sure.
Man, but something around that.
Yeah. That fool fucking... He came with fucking, like, a vengeance, bro, because I think he had lost the last one.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if he had lost it or if she broke his record or some shit like that. But that motherfucker came with it, bro. And then the All-Star game, bro, on Sunday, fucking Damian Lillard. Yeah, it was kind of whack.
Bro, the All-Star game
Went
has
off,
been
or what?
trash for years, bro. Like, I love basketball. I just can't bring myself to watch it. Like, it's like a glorified sparring session for me. Like, fools aren't even trying.
You're
Like,
talking about like the
actual
league
game,
or the
the
game?
game.
Oh, okay.
The game is trash, bro.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's like, bro, why the hell even have it? Like, you guys aren't competing with each other. You guys are scoring like 200 points. Like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Like, nobody's playing defense. You guys aren't playing hard. Like, there's no reason to have it. Like, replace it with something else. I'm like, we don't want to watch it.
Or I think they should have it, but there should be a reward to it, dog. You know, like I know in baseball they said they used to do the
Home field advantage.
for home field advantage in the
Yeah.
final, right? What are the baseball leagues?
National League and American League.
American League, yeah. So they go at it in the All-Star game, and then the winner takes the fucking home field advantage. Maybe they should do something like that in basketball, bro.
That's a
would
good
be smart.
idea.
Because motherfuckers
That's
don't
a
play
great
no
idea.
defense, bro. They don't do jack shit, dog. Like everybody's just
Boring.
as soon as one motherfucker pops off, everybody's just feeding him the ball. You know, like Damian Lillard fucking had like 8 3-pointers in that game, bro. 2 of them were for half court. You know, like
Well, why do you think that is? Do you think that they're don't give a fuck and don't take it serious, or that they're not trying to shit on each other's like fame type thing? Like is it political?
I think it's just more so like there's no point to it, and
I mean,
like-
but the whole point is like the best players coming together to play a game against each other.
that's what's whack, bro. It's
Right?
like these
It's
are
like
the
a
best
pickup game.
These are the best basketball players in the world.
They gotta show up,
And they're all teaming up, you know, and you want to see like that's the highest level of competitiveness in the game that you can possibly watch, bro.
Yeah, man.
And they don't show it. But I think it's for that reason that like they have nothing to play for. And then
You do because
bragging rights,
it's like
bro.
your legacy. Like, hey, we're the best of the best. Who's really the best of it, right? I would think that's like your legacy that you're trying to show out, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
No, 100%. You know, especially like the people who try to go for like NBA All-Star MVP. Those are just accolades to add to your career.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think since it's like
When did it stop being competitive?
After Kobe, like,
even Kobe caught the
yeah,
the weak
kinda.
eras too, bro. Honestly, like early 2000s, late 90s, probably.
Damn, no.
I would say, you know, I mean, but we're talking about like back then, the competitive drive was so much different.
Yeah.
It's like now it's like everybody's just worried about. I mean, personally, I think athletes are a lot much faster and stronger nowadays just because of, you know, the advancement of sports technology and all that shit.
Facts.
But
Look at LeBron,
knowledge.
he's still in the game.
yeah, but
For real.
but the competitive
real.
drive is a lot different, bro. Like, bro, the NBA had to make a rule so motherfuckers can't just sit down like without a reason. Like if you're not injured, like they can't. Well, you can sit down a certain amount of games, but if you exceed that, the team gets fucking fined like $50,000 or some shit. You know, like they gotta do shit like that. Some motherfuckers play.
Well, when
Damn.
you guys were talking
What?
about baseball, man, that's like exactly what I was thinking. Is that a lot of these sports have kind of become a snooze fest, where it's just like they don't build athletes like they used to. Like in basketball, dudes are catching fouls left and right, and like back in
used
the
to get
day,
down on the court, dog.
exactly right. I mean, bro, like to be real, look at Bird, bro. Bird's like one of the most savage basketball players there was. He's not sitting here trying to call a foul to get a play. Nah, he's trying to outclass you, dog.
Yeah.
Right? He's after a legacy. He's after being the baddest motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And I feel like now people are just more concerned about, you know, their longevity in the game, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Makes
and,
sense.
and it is
Business.
smart, but at the same time it's like, bro, like we don't, especially like think about low income families, bro, who might get tickets for their kid to go see LeBron, dog. Like, damn, I love LeBron, and like they don't get to go to games all the time.
Nope.
And it's like, oh, we going to this game, and you go and he's sitting out because of load management.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, people out here to watch y'all play, bro, not fucking see you save your career, you know, or whatever it is that you're doing.
You're a gladiator, not an actor.
Yeah. And a lot of players do that nowadays, and back then it wasn't like the motherfuckers barely missed games back then.
Facts.
Like, you had to break a bone to miss a game.
Yeah, real shit.
Exactly.
Like it, and even if that motherfuckers play with broken bones,
Fucking
you know?
Kobe, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tore his shit up.
There's a reason why the flu game is legendary for
Yeah.
for Mike.
Flu games, my
right?
boy.
And there's a
Hard.
reason why, because you knew when he came out, like he wasn't feeling it the best, right? He looked sick as a dog, and then Michael goes out there and does what Michael does, and becomes embedded in like history,
Yeah.
right? Legendary. He's
Yeah.
already gonna be a legend, but it's like
Yeah.
that game is legendary
And dude, think about how much that pushes your team.
for sure.
You know what I mean? When they see you walking out that way, and you're just like, "Fuck, bro, all right, you know, let's get it on, let's get
Hell
in."
yeah, that just
You know,
motivates everybody.
right? Lock in.
Instead of like, you know, somebody complaining about something or fucking doesn't want to play the rest of the game or some bullshit, you know, like that's just, it's just different, bro. And I think a lot of it has to do like nowadays too with like, well, I mean, it's always been that way, but you know, it's midway through the season. It's an all-star game. You're talking about the best players in the league. They don't want to risk an injury when there's 27 more games away from the playoffs.
Yeah,
For sure.
You know? So I guess I could see why a lot of people don't like to have, you know, compete too much or too hard. What the fuck happened to the Pro Bowl? Is it only flag football now?
I don't
Yeah.
even fucking know, dog.
It's not even tackle anymore, right?
Nah, I think it's
Oh,
like flag
hell
football or some shit like that.
See, like
That's
But
cute.
like nobody
That's
wants to
another-
get hurt. To your point, bro. Like I think the only sport that's really
see,
you
but
know-
the Pro Bowl's different, dog, because it's
Yeah.
after the season.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like, fuck it, you know?
But even then, right? Like baseball, like the home run derby, like the All-Star game, right? It actually counts. It's pretty competitive. Even then, right? I think they in the States they probably have the best product.
Oh,
right?
what?
But as a sport, the sport that's doing it right is football, actually, aka soccer, right? For those, because you watch the Premier League, right, or you watch
Yeah.
Champions League, where you have all these great teams from all over the place.
Oh, Champions League is amazing,
It's
bro.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
And it's you can consider that like the all-star because only
Yep.
like the top teams from every other league get to go.
Yeah.
And obviously we're talking about, we're comparing like, team sports to team sports, but like it's crazy to see, right? Like you need to be
Yeah.
able to be keeping that competitive drive, and I feel like in today's sports like things have just gotten pretty soft.
Yeah, dudes
Yeah.
are real pretty right now. You know what I mean? They're worried too much about their image, and I get preserving the bag and longevity, but like to your point, what you were saying, and bro, tickets aren't cheap at all. You know, if I spend all this fucking money to go there with my kids, bro.
Except the angel tickets, though.
Damn, you're right. You're right. Them damn near free.
Oh, fool. This guy, dog.
I heard you could get a Vaughn's coupon for them.
Facts.
Man, that's fucked up, man.
But man, taking it back to Anaheim, bro, there was a great sporting event that happened for those huge MMA fans
Yes,
in the
sir.
building. I know our MMA resident here is the philosopher.
Yes, sir.
You want to break down what ended up transpiring at the Honda Center this past Saturday?
Yeah, that was a tough one, man, because both dudes, I love them. They're both savages, man. And the funny part is I was so busy this last week that I had completely forgot that Volk was fighting, and I completely forgot who Volk was fighting, right? And Ilya's my guy, dog. Like, he's nasty with it. There's a lot of hype around the dude, but he's definitely earned hype, right? So when I saw him, I was like, oh, hell yeah, Ilya's coming up. This is going to be another savage fight, another haymakers being thrown, but proper, right? And then I seen Volk walk out, bro, and I was like, fuck, In my head, I love them both, and I think they both could win it, but I was like, Volk got this, right? He's going to outclass the guy. And when you look at the fight, the crazy part is, I mean, Ilya kind of called it. He said he's gonna finish him in the first round in such a devastating way that there's gonna be no need for the UFC to talk about a rematch, right? He was off by like a minute, really early second round. Crazy part is, if you go watch that fight, the one thing that Volk understood was he's not about to exchange hands with this guy, right? He's got better hands. He's got better combinations. His boxing is better than Volk's. So Volk walks in there. He throws a bunch of single leg kicks. I think that's what he was tied up. He was a little too nervous. Ilya was center of the ring, putting pressure the entire fucking time. He started off with a bunch of kicks. He was trying to set up that head kick. It failed. Ilya fucking leg kicks the dude one time and spins Volk out completely, right? So your game plan walking in to kind of drain his battery, kick his legs out, that way you can take his arms, it didn't work. And in fact, he threw a better kick than you did. So you've seen Volk switch it up. Then he goes for a takedown. Ilya stuffs the takedown and picks him right back up to hands, right? And if you're a fighter, bro, that's a scary moment. When you're sitting here like, I don't want to exchange with this fool. I want to use these other tools. And they also shut those tools down and force you to exchange with them in their deadliest game. It's fucking terrifying. Right, so if you go back and rewatch that knockout, man, it was beautiful. It was literally boxing 101. Volk threw a stiff jab. It hit Ilya really well. Ilya fucking leans his face in again and bait another one. He slips it, overhand rights. He leans in for another stiff jab because Volk is doing the same shit. He's just throwing one hits, tap, trying to stick and move, right? No combos like that. So on the third one, he slips it. He fakes the overhand right again and just comes up with the left hook. Fucking threw him off. And then boxing 101, dog. Hook to the body, hook to the head, hook to the head. And oh boy, he's out. He's out on the second, the lead left hook. You know, he just outclassed the man. Really, really nasty, bro. So
that was a cold combo, dog.
It was nasty.
I saw it and I was like, God damn, this motherfucker got put on his ass real quick, bro.
They kept calling it the whole fight. Joe Rogan, he's definitely a martial artist, right?
Yeah.
Like, practicing BJJ, like, got hands, called it.
Yep.
Volk kept putting his hands down and popping his head up.
Bro.
That's the one thing they teach you, like, in any combat sport.
It's
like
101.
Boxing, MMA, like, keep your chin down. Yeah. Like, don't pull down your guard. Mm-hmm. Don't pop up your chin. Don't pop up your head, right? Mm-hmm. And he kept doing it, like, throughout the entire first round. And to your point, when he came with that overhand, like,
there's nothing nasty, there, bro. Yeah, there's nothing there. You have nothing defending it, bro. And the thing is, weird shit like that can work if it's your style, right? There's plenty of guys you can look at that fight with their hands low, that do the risk of keeping their head out there, right? And it's just to feed you into a space that doesn't really exist, right? You think their head's right there, but the whole time they're waiting for you to throw the pull, right? If you're gonna play that game, it's high risk, high reward, because again, like boxing 101, yeah, but then also as like practitioners of whatever sport, we're also conditioned to certain basic fundamentals. We're conditioned to a guy with his hands up a certain way, with his chin down a certain way. You're not really conditioned to a fucking, like, what's his name? Why can't I think of it? A Strickland, who walks you down in an awkward way. So punches, sometimes you just don't see them coming, right? Because their hands are low instead of up high. Their body's moving in a different way. But that shit's high risk, high reward, dog. And Ilya Volk is a savage. He outclassed the fool as if he's not the guy he is, bro. And you can't, that's your style, sure, but if that's not your style and you're more intimidated in a situation, bro.
Yeah.
What do you think of him versus McGregor?
Ilya? Bro, McNuggets? Nah. McNuggets ain't the man he used to be, bro. You know what I mean? He's been washed up a lot. The only wins he's getting right now are going at an old Cowboy Cerrone on his way out the door. You're not winning anything. Khabib ate that man up. And then he was a victim to his own success, bro. He took himself off that throne. And I don't think he's coming back the same way. I think he's a great actor now. I think that's the lane he's going to stick in, Shows, cute shit. But I think Ilya will wash the floor with that man.
Damn. So this last fight, would you say it went like kind of as you expected? Or no?
I'm not mad at it because in my eyes, both guys had the skill set to walk away with that dub. I didn't expect it to go down exactly how Ilya thought, because Volk is such a high level guy that I thought there's no way you're going to get him out with that basic shit.
Yeah.
But hey, the fundamentals, you can win damn near any fight with fundamentals if you do them right. Right. And that was a classic example. Boxing 101.
That's crazy. We're gonna see who got more fundamentals, Ronnie or Frankie.
All about the technique, G.
He's a wild card though. He got the burpee game. That's something I'm not expecting with these fools.
Now, but since we're on the topic of fighting, Frank, let us know what's up in recent news with Canelo, man.
Man, so if y'all don't know, in the last podcast, we talked about Canelo declaring that he's gonna fight 5 more years. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. They're trying to find him an opponent for May 4th. There's been a couple opponents thrown out. Obviously, everybody believes that it's going to be Charlo, right? Because it was said that he already fought his brother. The fights that people want, right, are like Jaime Munguia, Benavidez. In his interview in Mexico, Canelo said that he wasn't fighting another Mexican. When we
What
had,
the fuck?
yeah, bro, he said he wasn't fighting another Mexican in 2024. So when we had JR here, he had said that he received a message from Canelo, right, to give him all the training equipment for his camp, and that also Benavidez had reached out to him that he's coming back in May. So is it possible that he fights Benavidez in May? But today there was breaking news that PBC is offering, well, giving Canelo what contractually already is his, right? $35 million guaranteed to fight Jaime Munguia in May.
Wow.
How do y'all
That
feel
would
about
be
that?
crazy.
Yeah.
I would love to see that, dog. Remember the first time I saw Jaime Munguia, bro? It was just like he was just so solid, bro. You know, he's technical, he's fast, he's strong. It's somebody who I think would be a perfect matchup for Canelo. I will still think and believe that Canelo will, you know, whoop him, but I think it'll be a great fight, bro. You know, it's gonna come down. I think that'll come down to who's smarter for sure.
Yeah.
You know, if one of theirs egos gets in the way, bro. If Munguia's like, you know, he's younger, he's hungrier, he's gonna want it more. But if he lets his ego get in the way and, you know, starts to think he's got him or he's gonna get him easier or whatever, like Canelo's just gonna beat his ass, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think with Munguia, you've seen somebody who making the jump up to super middleweight, obviously 168. He started at 154, came up to 160, 168. He's coming up slowly. After his last performance, changing coaches, he went from Eric Morales to Freddie Roach. You can see the growth in his game, right? You can see him being a lot more defensive.
Yep.
Definitely liked how he looked. I do think that he needs like one or two more fights before he fights Canelo to like seriously give Canelo issues.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a fun fight. If the fight happens May 4th, I got Canelo. I think Canelo is leaps and bounds boxing wise, experience wise, you know, better than Jaime right now at this moment. So it's an opportunity, right, to kind of do to Jaime what Floyd did to him, right?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
you're young, you're inexperienced. Like, I can catch you right now.
That's
Because,
true.
like, if I wait, right, if I wait another year, 2 years, right, to fight you, I'm just like, you know, you're going to be entering your prime. And the one thing that's undefeated is Father Time.
Yes, sir.
So, like, you know, eventually he's going to catch up to you. Canelo's a great champion. Canelo's a great boxer. He's the face of boxing right now. He's the best boxer, on, you know, on the planet, right? Some people, debatable,
Yeah.
right? Some people think Tank, Crawford, you know, a couple different individuals,
Yeah.
right? But Canelo right now has been the cash cow, the face of boxing. Definitely think that if he fights Munguia, you know, it's going to sell out. You know that Raza really goes out to boxing.
Hell yeah,
es-
bro.
especially if
They
it's-
are
There'll
boxing.
be all types of putazos in
Bro,
the fucking
100%.
Straight
dog.
up,
Right,
straight
you know,
up.
fucking
You know?
Tijuana against Jalisco, my boy.
Bro.
What's up?
raps, fool.
Yeah,
You know?
don't be surprised when it's more than punches.
Bro, for real, right? But nah, like, it'll be a great fight because
Yeah.
when you get two Mexicans, especially in the boxing world, when you get two Mexicans to fight each other, right?
Not just for you get any Mexicans. For you go to any
Yep.
boxing event and a Mexican boxer is fighting and there's alcohol involved, dog.
Bro, well, Mexicans
raps,
make
fool.
boxing, dog.
It's
Like,
rap.
it sits on our shoulders.
You're gonna be watching more than one boxing.
Hell
fight
yeah.
that day.
You can have a tournament real quick.
No, facts.
Parking
but-
lot tourney.
Well, no, but we'll see. We'll see if that fight happens. It's definitely a good fight for the culture. It's a great fight to happen, but everybody wants to see, you know, Canelo versus Benavidez. That's the other fight, right? That
Yeah.
they're talking about, like really floating that, like reading cryptically into like him announcing that he's gonna fight, you know, 5 more years and say that he's not gonna fight another Mexican. Benavidez isn't Mexican.
No.
He's born here in the States,
Yeah,
right?
right? Yeah, Munguia too, right?
Yeah, Munguia's from
No,
Tijuana.
Munguia's from Tijuana. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he means like, you know, obviously born there.
Yeah,
Right?
like
Born-
Benavidez is Mexican American.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mexican American,
Hey,
right?
fool.
So-
I want to say it's Benavidez, dog.
May 4th.
I think I'd rather see that right now first.
Yeah.
I think it might be Benavidez.
I'd rather see Benavidez than Jaime right now.
I'm gonna trust JR's judgment, bro.
And to be honest, they're different types of fights, right? Like with Benavidez, it's definitely more of a. There's a great storyline to it. There's a great build up. It can definitely be like kind of like a legacy type fight. But I think with Munguia, what you're doing is you're putting on more of a historic type of fight, right? A more meaningful fight, because you have a galvanized champion right here, right? Having a belt is one thing, and then protecting and maintaining the belt is how you really define yourself, right? But then, and this is a guy that he just gets better. He doesn't really slow down. He doesn't age with his age. You know, he keeps it nice. And then you have this young buck coming up who's hungry, and like he's seeing that, he's looking at this fool and wants it so much, right?
Yeah.
I think that it's kind of like, it's one of those fights where nobody can afford to make any mistake, right? Because especially as Canelo, you're gonna let this young buck come through and dethrone you after you fought so many legends and shit like that, man. You don't want that. And then for you to just get your ass beat by Canelo, like, yeah, of course, dog, you weren't ready. You know what I mean? Like, there's no room to make a mistake in that fight.
Yeah, that's
You know
that's
I mean?
actually something I saw that Canelo said recently too about Crawford, correct?
Yeah.
I believe he said if he takes a fight with Crawford, it's like, I have nothing to gain and everything to lose.
Exactly.
Because if I lose to you, bro, it's all like,
Yeah, you
everybody's
took me
gonna
out.
clown
It's all
me.
bad.
Exactly.
And if I beat you, everybody's just, oh, Crawford was too small.
Yeah.
You know, like there's gonna be excuses
Exactly.
for the motherfucker that loses to Canelo.
Exactly.
But if Canelo loses,
There's no excuses.
Nope.
But
so many people, fuck, it's sad to say, but you know how many people will be happy, dog?
Yeah.
Especially a lot of raza too, bro.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
they prey on that fool's downfall. It's fucking
Yep.
disappointing.
a lot of people don't give Canelo his flowers because he started at 147.
Thank
You're talking
you.
about Canelo went from 147, 154,
Yeah.
160, 168, 175.
Yeah, unifying shit.
Man, there's not many individuals that have gone up those many weights. Let's remember, Crawford started at 140. So it's not crazy to say
Nope.
come up 5 weight classes. If Canelo can go from 147 to light heavyweight, right? You can meet him at 60. You can meet him at 68. You started at 140, 147, 54, 60, 68. You can meet him up there.
And that goes back to what you guys were talking about with the other sports, man. Even with fighters, bro, like they don't build them like they used to. And that's why I love MMA and Muay Thai, right? Because there's still that hunger to be a gladiator, to put it all on the line, right? And all these other sports, once you reach a certain level, you start becoming real like sedity on shit. You become real soft on shit. When this is a game about, like, it's not even a game. You don't play fight, right? You play sports. You don't play fight, dog. You know. So in my mind, this is a culture, a tradition that it's all about seeing who's the better man. Period. Right. And I'm not here to look for, but you're gonna have too much power, but I'm better than you. I have more skill than you. I'm more technical than you. I'm gonna train harder than you. Want 5 pounds? Fuck it. You need 5 pounds. I don't. Right. So the man who makes an excuse, he lost weight before anything. And that's why you can tell a lot of times, even in a stare down, right? Because it's mental. Like, what do you want? Are you hungry? Look at McGregor. He was a phenom for a time, right? Then he got clout. He became king. He started feeling himself. And then his mentality slipped. And then all of his performance went down the hole, right? And you had guys that should not even step in the ring with that man, go in the man and dust him up. Knock him out the way he knocked them out. Fighting is a mental thing, dog. You need 15 pounds, but you're a warrior. That don't make no sense, bro. It's harder to go up than it is to go down. Cutting the weight is a bitch, but taking that power is different, dog. You know what I mean? That's your secret weapon when you cut weight and rehydrate.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you have weight divisions and all that shit. But back in the day, bro, hell no. Who gives a fuck about weight? Like, look at jiu-jitsu, right? Hoist Gracie and shit. Bro, bring me your biggest, baddest dudes. I'll put my oldest brother on the line. We're fighting. We're not throwing the ball. We're not playing patty cake. This is not jump rope. This is about beating the fuck out of each other. 5 pounds? Come on, dog.
No, for sure.
You know?
No, definitely. And I think that to your point, right, the public will perceive it like as a loss to Canelo, right? Like it's a loss situation for him, right? Because unfortunately, like, not everybody's a super boxing head, right? And understands the complexity of like those things. So I really think like they're gonna sell him short. And to your point, like we're our worst enemy when it comes to like you might not like Canelo style, you might not, but like it's the same thing with Oscar de la Hoya. It's the same thing with Julio Cesar Chavez, right? Well, obviously everybody loves him, the GOAT, right? But I'm like, you have great Mexican champions, right? And great individuals who are representing the culture. And it's great to see so many of us, right? Like the Jaime Munguias and the David Benavides of the world, right? So, really giving Canelo his flowers and giving him that grace, be like, look, like he did come up from 147.
Yeah.
Like, if you got something at that point, if you got something to say, bro, name me another fighter besides Manny Pacquiao.
Yep.
That has gone up so many different weight classes.
Thank you.
Like and Pacquiao's one of the greatest.
Yeah, and those are your warriors right there.
Like, Canelo, even though he's a lot older, right, and he has a lot of miles in the tank, like, he continues to put the work in. He continues to stay disciplined. Like, it's about boxing for him. It's about legacy.
Exactly.
Like, so he's like, that's what he's boxing for legacy, right? He has the skill set to do so right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, so seeing him against I'd rather see him against Benavidez than Crawford.
Yep.
A lot of people want to see that fight, right? Crawford's a dog. Don't get me wrong. One of the most dangerous fighters out there, right? But, like, I want to see him against another big man.
Yeah, a fighter's fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you do when you have the bag already? You either get lazy and complacent, and then the young buck who's out working takes you out the game because you're a lazy lion, or you start putting on those legacy fights because there's nothing else to do but leave your fucking mark. You think Julio Cesar Chavez, with after 300 fucking round or fights, gave a single fuck about your need for 15 pounds, bro?
Nah.
No. Why do you think you have the term, I'm a fighter's fighter? That's a fighter's fighter. Because those are the guys that don't care, right? They're there to fight. They're there to bang. They're there to put it on the line. Not to be like, oh, my knee hurt. I caught a toe injury on the mat. Go look at John Jones. He's broke his fucking foot in that fight, dog. And the interview, you look down and his foot's crooked and bleeding. Knock fools out. Look at Kobe Bryant. Why is he great? Because he can tear his Achilles and still go catch that dub. You might need to sit down, bro. Okay. But that's why you're not a Kobe. That's why you don't hold a belt. You're talking about world-class fighters. Well, who's the elite amongst the elite? The guys that have zero excuse. That shit only works for the person that made them. After that, nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Go fight. Put it on the line, dog. Right, you're going to make your bag. I just want to see what the human body can do. You know what I mean? I want to see what excellence looks like. I want to see what dedication and literally being disciplined to your craft looks like. You're supposed to inspire us, right? This is the Colosseum, bro, and Rome is starving. So you're gonna worry about whether you caught a little injury? Nah, bro. Go be Julio Cesar Chavez, fool. Go put on the line. Be the next guy for us to look at culturally. That's doing it for the culture, dog. It's not worried about your 15 pounds, fool.
I feel that. Hey, man, quick shout out to my boy Notorious in the motherfucking chat, bro. What's cracking with the booty smacking G? He said Canelo beats Chavez are both in their prime, and I will have to agree with that.
Wow.
I agree with that.
Man, that's a hard one. Yeah, that's a hard one to stomach, right? I can see how you make that prediction. Man, at that point, like, that's a hard pick to make, bro. Because Chavez is that, bro. Yeah. Like if they first of all, like if they live the same lifestyle, like Chavez was drinking and doing cocaine.
Still
beating world champions, bro.
Yeah, probably snorted a line while he was getting laced up.
Bro, boy. Canelo has to live a super clean lifestyle, right? Have crazy training camps. Like if you have,
was he fighting the level of fighters that Canelo is fighting though?
Okay, but you want to know what? The real question is, does Canelo
go
to him?
If Canelo was fighting the same people that he was fighting, I'm sure Canelo can get drunk and be crudo and show up and fuck these fools up the same way. You see what I'm saying? Like, it comes back to what I said earlier. Sports is evolution of sports, dog. People are only going to get stronger. People are only going to get faster. They're only going to get bigger. Dog, I don't know, bro. Like, I think Canelo fucking mollywops him if they were both in their prime, bro. And I know it sucks to say that because of the amount of respect and the legacy behind Julio Cesar Chavez. And I know there's probably going to be a lot of raza out there like, just fool don't know what the fuck you talking, whatever. Like, it's cool, dog. I know how it is, dog. Like, we hold Julio Cesar Chavez to a standard like we hold Chalino, how we hold Chente, like how we hold these fucking...
pedestal, G.
Yeah, I get it. And now in this era, lot of fucking Mexicans hate Canelo, dog, for his fighting style because he's a fucking true boxer and he's not the boxer that they want him to be, and just go out there with no game plan and just start socking the shit out of somebody until he falls on the ground, dog. You know, like,
nah, that ain't smart.
Yeah, homie, like, I get it why a lot of people back Julio Cesar Chavez, and you know, obviously I'm not from the era, but I've seen fights and he was a dog, bro. Like, he really was. He's that Mexican style fighter boxing, you know, like he was a dog. But you put Canelo in his prime and them, I think Canelo whoops him, bro.
Okay, but this is the question, right? And kind of to your point, because you hit the nail on the head when you talk about the evolution of fighting, right? The real question in my mind would be, does Julio come today's era, or does what's his name go to Julio's era?
Well, if you put Canelo now in that era, bro, he's beating everybody. That's like putting LeBron now in that era. Bro, LeBron is fucking 6'9", 260 pounds, and he's just as fast as Michael Jordan.
But would he have been?
You know, your elbow go straight to the ground.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right.
That's cool. He's gonna take his technical. He's gonna take his technical free throw, miss it, get the ball back, and go up for a dunk and score.
Are they fighting 12 or are they fighting 15 rounds?
Thank you. And is this a man that's fought 300 fights?
Yeah, exactly.
Against who though? I could line them up with fucking randoms and
That's a
beat
lot of
them and
damage,
put them under my record and be like, yeah, fool, I fucking beat 60 fools, but little did you know it was some fucking nobodies,
12-year-olds and 13-year-olds.
Yeah, low key beat the fuck out that little boy, dog. That little boy didn't have no defense.
At the end of the day, it's quality versus quantity, G.
Yeah.
You know, and I, like I said, dog, I didn't even grow up in the era to appreciate it while it was live, but I go back and I look and I'm like, damn, bro, fool's a dog. But I compare like what it was then to what it is now.
But the thing about it is kind of like what you guys were saying, like going back to the conversation of they don't build them like they used to in every other sport. It applies to fighting too, in my mind. I feel like Julio Cesar Chavez had a mentality, like a iron mentality, an unbreakable mentality that at the time didn't even exist, right? Like, what is the pressure of creating the pavement, creating the lane that everybody else will come through, right? And fighting, bro, the one thing I know about fighting for sure, and pretty much all athleticism, is your personal dramas, the things going on in your personal life can be a huge hindrance on your performance. And these were people that had no knowledge of how, like, the evolution today, what is the unseen or the unmeasured fucking negative result of having all of this technology, all of these advancements that are kind of helping you and catering to you becoming a better performer, right? And then the expectation that's set on you when you have this championship. Back in the day, bro, it was just about throwing fucking hands, bro. Everything was about legacy. There was no bag like that, right? There was one guy who had the bag. One guy only, right? And these guys were dudes that we didn't have the same rules. In every sport, it was harder to do things. It was less rules. It was more pressure, more pain, more of all these things. Even in fighting, like the early era, the thing that people did wrong was red line, because you don't have to kill yourself by 30 to be a great fighter. And we're learning that, right? But what is the mentality behind these guys? Would Canelo have fought 300 fights if necessary? Or would he have been like, right? The mentality behind the person in today's era versus the old era. I think that if you brought Julio Cesar Chavez today with all this technology and advancement, that's a guy that probably would have made Mayweather look retarded, right? That just would have outworked that man. And that's just the case. Like, dude, you go to construction, man, your dads are working way harder than we are. It's just that hard times make hard men make easy times make soft men make hard times, right? And so the cycle repeats.
Yeah, facts.
You know, I just don't think, I think your gladiators were way more savage than today's warriors, right? It's just exactly that's how everybody looked, full ready to go, tweaked out on the battlefield, ready to go. Right?
But it's true, bro. Like, you talk about mentality, you talk about, like, boxing is also a game of inches, and a lot of people don't give Chavez really his credit for mastering distance.
Yep.
And it's a game of inches. Like, if giving him right on an equal playing field, like, I love Canelo. I think Canelo's like one of the best boxers, right, to come out in a very long time. But I don't think he's beating Chavez, bro. Nah. I think Chavez is like just mental fortitude, his strength, like just that dog in him, right? I've seen it I've seen it in the ring. I've seen it in fights. I've seen it like that. It's a real thing. And when you're going toe to toe with somebody and you have that mental strength and you have that ability to be like, look, like, you see it in the stare down, right? You're like, you look at somebody in the soul and be like, you're not about this, bro.
You know I'm eating you right now, fool.
Yeah.
You know it.
I'm going to eat anything you throw. I'm going to sit here right in front of you, right? I'm going to keep coming.
Yep,
right?
exactly.
And I'm going to hit you harder than you've ever been hit before.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like, it's going to be me or you. What's going on, G? Like, it's going to be me or you.
Shit ain't even
What's gonna
about the
happen?
belt right now, dog.
Nah, it's just, it's about legacy, right? It's about proving to, like, who's the toughest. Like, it's about proving who's the best, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, I think Chavez, like, it would be a close fight, right? But I think Chavez, with everything being equal, right? I think his mentality alone, bro, he would beat Canelo.
Yeah. I don't think men in that era turn fades down.
I see what you guys mean.
Facts.
If,
You know what I mean?
for you
That's
guys,
facts,
it
dog.
comes down to mental, which 100% plays a role in every fucking sport or anything that has to do with competitiveness, obviously, mentality. So I can see where y'all coming from for sure. Like I said, that was just my opinion,
Yeah.
bro. I don't know.
Do a burpee.
I just think, I just think that's the way it would go.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I think that conversation is always easily just shut down in a lot of like fucking times that especially our raza talks about it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because it's like to them it's like that's the GOAT, especially the older people, you know, like that's the
100%.
GOAT. Don't disrespect the GOAT. And Canelo's a pussy because he don't fight like him, you know. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of the take always people have. So it's like,
Yeah. And I
especially
definitely
when
would say
Canelo
that.
switched. Okay, so Canelo switched his whole style up after fucking Mayweather beat him.
Yeah.
You know, he became a fucking true boxer.
Yep.
Canelo had that Mexican style fighting.
The
Yeah.
heart.
And everybody loved him.
I mean, that's the only style for Mexican boxers.
Yeah,
bro.
you got heartful.
That was the only style. But we got Canelo, who fucking is a master class in
Yeah.
boxing,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You know, and that's just the way I took it like that. You know, I think, but like you said, obviously, like you're right, dog. He's a dog, and his mentality is gonna put him in a situation where it's like, okay, like, yeah, this fool might be more technical than me, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. We obviously will never know how
Yeah,
that shit goes
literally.
down, but I see what y'all mean, bro.
Yeah. And I think it's hard to be right. I think you could be just as right as other of us, because like who knows what it's like to get hit by a guy that hasn't been trained to hit as hard as we can train people to hit nowadays.
For sure.
Right. But then again, you got guys like Mike Perry talking about, I would have fucked up Mike Tyson in his prime. And there's just some guys that is just like, I don't think you understood it. These were men beyond their era. You know what I mean? These were men that were today we're looking at like, fuck Mike. I ain't trying to get hit by that old man.
Even today, fool, I don't want to get hit by
Straight up, bro. That fool got beat up on the plane, dog. You seen that fool?
bro.
Oh yeah.
You got your ass beat on a plane? You know how little space there is to get beat up? Yeah.
But man, shit. All right, let's switch the topic. You know, we talked a good amount of sports.
For sure.
But we got a topic here to discuss, bro, in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, the
What
fucking
fuck
crazy
Florida do
ass
this
state.
time,
You know it's just
crazy
wild.
ass state of Florida.
What the fuck
No,
they
but
do,
you know
dog?
what? I think this is either, you know, people might say it's crazy and some people might actually really like this, but Florida bans social media usage for children under the age of 16.
That's right.
Correct?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
and that's cool.
For
man.
once, I
How
agree
do
with
y'all
Florida.
feel about that, bro?
It's about time.
Yeah, I think for once I agree with some wild shit that Florida's doing, and I don't even think that's wild, man. I think that's preserving the children, preserving your nation, preserving the integrity of what it is to be American, right? And I think that all states should do that, because why are you forcing your kids or allowing your kids to hop into a cesspool?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So, you know, shout out to Florida for once.
How you feel about that, Ronnie?
I think it's cool, man. Shit, especially because you know the young mind isn't developed, right? The young
So-
mind can't really tell fact from fiction. Hard to discern, even as a grown man, what facts are on social media,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And what's opinion and what's clickbait. So I think that it's good that we're creating something, or at least Florida's creating something that kind of shields the young mind from all the bullshit that's out there.
And it was passed already, right? Correct? The bill was passed?
It's proposed. I'm not too sure if it's passed yet, but it's
Oh.
definitely proposed.
They
through
gonna
their-
pass it.
Yeah,
I
it's
hope
gonna happen.
so. I hope so.
I hope so. Like to
Yeah.
your point, like we talk about all the time. Perception isn't reality,
Mm-hmm.
and these children that are immersed in this social media, right, and believe everything that they see, and it definitely affects their mind, their mental health, right. It puts them in a situation where, you know, perception, you know, they view what they're seeing as reality.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. To
Yeah.
sit there and have these conversations, right? Like, you put it in layman's terms, right? Like, do you believe everything you see in movies and TV? Of course not. right? You're like, that's stupid. Like, there's no superheroes. There's not none of that. I'm like, bro, like 90% of what you're seeing on social media, or even more, it's all fake and fabricated.
It's all cap.
It's all cap for sure.
Nah, yeah.
Low budget TV.
1,000%.
I mean, and then just to make a further point, we live in a capitalistic society, right?
Yes, sir.
And
Hybrid.
What that does to young minds, especially those who are under 16, it conditions them to become the next wave of consumers.
Thank you.
Right? And consume all these things that they don't have to be consuming
at a hyper speed.
Right? And you take like instant gratification versus delayed gratification.
Yeah.
And it creates a fucking monster.
Yeah,
bro.
and denied gratification.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I like it, bro. You know, it's dope because I feel like kids can just be kids now. You know,
as they should be, bro. Kids should be kids, my boy.
Yeah, like
weird, right?
I feel like nowadays, like I see like little younger cousins or family members, or like friends, little family members, and like I'm like, dude, how do they know like about so much shit that they probably shouldn't know about?
Yeah,
you know, but dude, they have access to the internet.
It comes with
You
age,
know?
right? It comes with age.
And like you run into all types of shit. And
that you're not
bro,
supposed
you're
to
a
be
kid.
seeing.
You're curious. Yeah, you find something and you're like, "Fuck, I want to know more." You go down a fucking rabbit hole.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to
You
be
know,
seeing
and
that shit.
I feel like shit like that just causes all types of anxiety. Like if you like, let's say you're just scrolling through Instagram, bro, or Twitter, and like you're 15, 14, and you start seeing all types of fucking just propaganda about World War III coming.
Jesus Christ,
bro, your anxiety's out the roof, dog. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck, homie, you're a kid. You can't control it. You don't know what's going on. You think fucking war's coming, and you think the worst, bro.
That's facts.
You know, and I think, you know, it's just cool to see now that like they can stay away from, you know, having to see so much shit, bro, or like even seeing certain content, bro, that they shouldn't be seeing.
Yep.
Like they can stay away from it now, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, I grew up in like that Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Xbox era where you know, you hear all types of
racist,
all types of shit that you probably shouldn't hear, you know.
Yeah.
But and you know, cause I'm 24, bro, so like I still caught that generation before social media was really super fucking relevant. And like I saw the transition into when it became really relevant.
Yep.
There's little homies fucking getting bullied on social media,
Gang banging, all types of shit. Dog.
People taking their lives because of
that too.
People take their lives because of shit they see or shit that gets posted about them.
Yeah,
you know, like
ruthless.
all that shit can be just out the window, dog. You know, like simple.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's long overdue. We have plenty of fucking data and research and scientific fucking vatos out there that have been studying the human brain, right?
A bunch of philosophers
Bunch
out
of
there.
philosophers out there.
Bunch of philosophers.
You feel me? But like the data is evident, right? Like the fact is fact, and just the way that social media can change the neurological brain chemistry, right? How your synapses work.
Yeah.
Like
Dopamine.
that shit real, bro.
Yeah, it's a dopamine drainer.
And you give that to kids, bro.
Nah, what Florida did is truly for the culture.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
For America.
America, homie. Fuck yeah.
Nah, but I'm glad we all agree with that, bro. You know, and hopefully maybe we'll start to see it in different states, bro.
Yeah.
But another state that was trending right now, bro, is Idaho. Idaho.
They got them potatoes.
The
The
potatoes.
Hey, fun
the
fact,
fucking
those potatoes
dog.
are grown in prisons, my boy.
Hey,
In Idaho?
Homies holding
In
it
Idaho,
down.
G.
Fool.
What?
For like 8 cents an hour, G.
Yeah.
Fucking shoot it.
Them country fools.
No, but Idaho passes a law where they are able to execute pedophiles.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
what?
Hell yeah. Hell
What?
yeah.
That should have
And
been
I'm
a
not
thing,
sure.
bro.
Is
They
it,
brought
is
the
it,
chair back?
and are they like
They
the
should
ones
castrate
convicted
them, fool.
pedophiles?
Yeah.
Before
Oh,
they
okay,
execute
okay.
them. Yeah.
So-
Like
So if
3 months.
if I found out somebody was a fucking chomo, I can't just like dump on them.
Nah, you
Nah,
can't
he has to
dump
be in the
it.
system.
Nah. You
Damn.
can't just smoke them, bro.
Yeah,
Nah.
fool.
You gotta
Yeah.
get like convicted,
Damn,
and
dog.
all that shit,
Yeah,
and
so
then
okay,
sentenced. to
convicted
fucking-
pedophiles, they can give them the
Give them the
death
chair,
penalty
the
pretty
chair,
much,
what?
Yeah,
Gas
absolutely.
chamber, lethal
Yeah,
injection.
you'd be like the
Firing
pedophile
squad?
Batman.
Hey, firing squad.
The firing squad.
They
Nah,
still got
bro,
that
that's too
in
quick.
the
That's
South.
too easy. I say what you do is like literally that joke. You know, cut it off, homie, but cut it off like a year before you execute him.
Damn,
Make
fool.
that fool walk around a eunuch for a year, dog. Right? Straight up, like mark on his card immediately. Don't hide that shit. Call his card when he gets locked up. Cut his shit off and bring the chair back, dog. You deserve the
My
chair.
boy.
For sure.
Hell yeah,
Straight up.
dog.
If anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, what is like doing? Like, is it just anybody convicted of pedophilia, or like is a case fucking like? Does it matter?
Shit.
Yeah.
It
Like, can we
definitely
just get all
matters.
these fools in the room and just gas
don't
them?
know.
Not, hey, damn.
Or
Like, damn.
Hey, there was a guy in history that did that one time.
Hey, fool. Gotta make you the warden, fool.
That'll make you the leader of the Third or Fourth Reich, my G.
It's hard not to agree with like these type of laws, right, being passed when you're committing crimes against children, right?
Yeah.
Especially these type of crimes. This
Yeah.
is something that should definitely be instituted like throughout the entire nation. Like, we're talking about protecting our kids, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you have these sick individuals out in the world, right, that get a pass to get let back into society, and it keeps happening and happening and happening.
that
right?
shit. That shit is something that's not. What is it called? Like when you you can't fucking like rehabilitate with that shit. I guess you would say.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't, bro.
Like once you a sick fuck, you a sick fuck,
Yeah,
dog.
you
Like,
can't
that's
correct
it.
that.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's a whole.
so.
nother battle,
I don't
yeah.
know, dog.
Yeah, that's what you're into is children. I can't fix that for you. The same way I can't say that you're not gonna like steak now, dog. You're gonna like fucking chicken. Fool.
Yeah.
But the real question, where it really gets tricky, is, it shouldn't be for everybody. At least in my personal opinion, because there are dudes that were 18 in relationships for 4 fucking years, right? And the girlfriend is 17 right now, right? And that's a charge.
Yeah, there's a lot of statutory rape.
You know what I
shit
mean?
going on, too.
And if you just got with the girl, then hey, fool, like, come on,
Yeah.
bro, what are we doing? But you've been with this girl for 2-3 years, right? You've had a full-on relationship since you were both minors, and you just so happen to be born 8-9 months later, a year later. You met her in a high school that allowed 4 years of a gap between everybody there. I'm not gonna knock that the same way a 30-year-old dude trying to fuck a fucking 14-year-old.
No,
You know what I mean?
100%, dog.
You know what I mean?
You know, that's a completely different fucking
Yeah.
story, bro.
And we don't really clearly define that. You're just a pedophile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of a blanket thing.
Hey, but hey, man, maybe it's just what is it, like collateral damage? Sorry.
Spence out, fool.
Yeah. Hey, but you're dying for a
By
bigger
association,
cause.
fool.
Yeah.
By association. That's fucked up. Damn, dog.
Yeah. You cut the Rico.
Damn, but yeah, man, I think. What do you guys think? Should like more states start doing it? Obviously, I think we all agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Easy.
think it's gonna happen. But
Yeah. Nah.
I mean, as it is, sentences are fucking light.
Yeah, that's what I
Super
say,
light.
bro. They don't. It doesn't really seem like in America we really give a fuck. I think we like to pretend we
Isn't
do.
it kind of sad that that's like
Like a year, they do like a year maybe for 2
If
tops.
that,
fool,
if
like,
that, that's on your like 8th case, dog.
you feel me? Like it's
crazy,
it's
bro.
like
right.
food? Like how is something like that not taken more seriously, bro?
because if I thought
Epstein.
power being on
Like
Epstein.
food, they
too.
Yeah,
they
straight up
would
Epstein.
like let's say politicians, bro, people in positions of power, like they would probably punish somebody more if they were like drug addicts.
Yeah,
or,
no, yeah.
They
or
would.
I mean,
doing
historically,
or
that's
doing
been the-
some corrupt
Yep.
shit like tax wise or whatever. And if they
Yeah.
find out they're fucking into children, they're just kind of like leave it alone, dog. Like they
Yeah.
act like
Why are we talking
nothing's
about
wrong,
this?
fool. Like
Well, to be
fuck is
honest,
wrong with y'all, bro?
to be honest, bro, like, and you know, no knock. I think that in this era, we live in an era where we're kind of, and I don't mean to be too controversial about it, but I think certain people's struggles are being used to push really fucked up propaganda or really fucked up agendas, right? Like the trans thing, right? I think that it doesn't matter. Like if somebody wants to be trans, then fine. We're talking about something way too much, and there's a clear reason why we're doing it. We're trying to create a problem where there is no problem. But I think that that's kind of been starting to be used and channeled to groom certain kids by certain people. Not everybody, right? Certain people are seriously sitting down and trying to get their struggle looked at and respected and heard and be, you know, humanized. But then there's other people that are using that the same way that like BLM comes around. The message is clear and there's nothing wrong with it, right? I get what you're saying. And then other people come and start to monetize that message and move things in a direction, right?
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, within the next 5-10 years, what you're going to see is people trying to say that being a pedophile is a viable way of being, and that we have to be a little more sensitive to some of these people. We live in an era where America has been more about, instead of standing on American principle and Americana, what we're really looking at is what is that? The museum tolerance.
Museum of Tolerance.
Right,
Yeah.
we're trying to be tolerant of a bit too much, and I think that when you have to be open minded, but not so much that your brains fall out, type shit, right? And I think that what you're really going to see is that this whole pedophilia shit is really going to move into a real place,
Like the mainstream type shit.
exactly.
Ooh, that's gonna be
right?
weird, dog.
And that really only helps one group of people.
That'd be weird as fuck.
It'd be really weird, but it's happening. Right, it's already happening. There's people that are already saying that thing. When you like, to be honest, it's a disservice to the trans community when you have dudes talking about, I'm really a 40-year-old man. I'm really just a little. I identify as a child in a diaper, right? And it's like, bro, come on, what are you doing? Where are you
Yeah.
trying to move this goalpost to? What's the next thing that we're gonna talk about, right? So
it's a scary sight, dog.
Yeah,
it's a scary sight, man. And you know, fuck all that shit. We don't support none of it, bro. Straight up.
Not at all.
But
Fuck that.
we got another state to talk about. For a topic, California, bro. California
fuck we do this
senator.
time?
damn.
California senator wants to put the minimum wage to $50, dog.
$50?
What the?
How do
What
y'all
the
feel
fuck?
about that shit, G?
Where? How,
real.
fool?
Anywhere, dog.
I swear
Ooh,
to God,
what
if
the
that
fuck,
fool at
dog?
McDonald's that can't get my order right is
dog,
getting
what
paid
the
50
fuck,
an
dog?
hour,
$50,
nah, B,
fool?
that ice cream machine better be working.
Hey,
dog. It better be working. I need some new straws on that McFlurry. Nah.
Say it like this, that bill's not
It's not
gonna make
No,
it.
of course
nah.
not.
Fuck no.
But just even the thought, like, just
50?
how misinformed, like, just
What the fuck?
Or what else is in that bill that you don't want to pass?
Fools
That-
had to fight to get to 50. You feel me? Put some
50?
respect on people's names, dog.
Real fool.
Bro.
College? Nah.
50 an hour, like, not even to like do
show
none of your
up.
homework, right? Just to make stupid statements, just bold statements, just to make them at this point, like, and not even consider any of the economic like
Thank you.
situations that would transpire.
What are they
because of
hiding,
50.
fool?
Like, you're talking about like everything's gonna be, everything's gonna cost like a fucking
A
$1 million.
gazillion dollars. You want
$1
to
gazillion,
wreck your
Yeah.
economy?
That's what
Cool.
I never understood, bro. Like people complain so much
50?
about, the inflation and the
no.
prices
Yeah,
just going
literally.
crazy out the roof. But it's like everybody wants to get paid more, bro. Like if you're getting paid more, they're not gonna make the cost of living cheaper.
Nope.
No.
They're not gonna make
yeah,
groceries cheaper. Like, why would it be cheaper if you're fucking making more? And if they do give you more money, then these grocery stores, they gotta put the prices up, bro.
Thank you.
Because they gotta pay the employee and they still gotta make profit off the product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That McGriddle's $25 now, dog.
Hey, fool,
without
fuck
the
that.
meal,
Dog.
Without
Fuck
the meal.
that shit.
No, that's the quickest way to drain
One
the value.
Bitcoin, sir. One Bitcoin.
Dead ass, bro. Hey, you got crypto, bro? This is McDonald's, bro. I
the
know,
fuck,
bro.
dog?
Like, send it to the wallet. No, that's the quickest way to drain the value out of an already valueless currency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the quickest way to tell me that what you really want to do is kind of crash your own fucking economy, dog. Because you can't work on one extreme where the minimum wage. If minimum wage is the minimum amount you should get paid to be able to live a life, a comfortable life as a college student, right? Not as a 30-year-old man with kids, right? But there should be room to grow. There should be room to be able to sustain a life even with a few different issues. Now, if you're overpaying people, the opposite is true. The name of the game is not let's pump up this fucking dollar bill that's already more attached to debt than it is intrinsic value, right? The name of the game is to add intrinsic value. That's why people didn't know what to do with Bitcoin at first. The reason why Bitcoin matters is I can't just print this shit.
You gotta hold it, fool.
Thank
You
you.
got
Yeah.
diamond hands.
Yeah,
that motherfucker.
always hold full.
Come on,
Diamond
baby.
hands, yeah. D-Gen.
Come on, G.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
You just gotta hold, fool. Don't
Yeah.
cash out.
There's
bro.
no bottom.
Cash
Yeah.
out, homie.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I want
To
to
the moon.
know like who the fuck did the math in that senator's office and like
I
how
thought that was a good idea
how
to
is the
propose,
math
right?
fucking math in there,
Joe
bro?
Byron.
Like, let me see
Joe
your,
Byron.
let me see your spreadsheet real quick. Let me see what you're trying to do with this budget. Nah, but
Bro, this was written on a napkin?
my boy.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Slid the idea down real quick. Like, hey, I think this would be
50,
solid. Fool.
50 full.
But to be honest, that's what I would think. I would ask what else is on that bill that should pass that is clearly, this is a bill that's set up to fail for a reason because of everything else that's on it, right?
Facts.
Yeah, I understand trying to like have a living wage to make ends meet. I get the disparities in cost of living and minimum wage. I understand that struggle.
Yeah.
But this is just this is a leap that it's just never gonna happen.
Nah, dude, what the Costco manager is going to be making 20 mil every couple months?
Bro,
Stop it.
That's crazy.
Stop it.
That's insane.
Stop it. Yeah.
But staying into this whole political spectrum right now, did y'all see the compa trompas?
Hey,
releasing
fool.
the trompas ones?
The fucking
Clean.
the freedom ones, fool.
Yeah.
freedom ones?
This is my town, not yours, fool.
Yeah,
Come on,
bro.
perro.
It was
Yeah,
straight
yeah,
up.
I saw that shit, bro.
Oh, boy.
They retailed at what, 4 bills?
Hey, I didn't
Or
even
3
know they
bills?
were dropping. If I would have, I'm not gonna cap. I would have copped
The homie-
I think they retailed at 400, bro, and they're like at 3-4 G's right now retail.
10x, fool. Come on, dog.
Build that shoe.
That's an investment, G.
Easy.
10x.
Damn, dog. Fool, if I was making 50 an hour right now, minimum wage.
Come on,
Bottom
fool.
line.
I'd have bought
Hey,
4 of them
I would
shits.
have bought them shits.
And I would have
already.
worked to
resale
work.
price and everything.
Hey, fool, leave it to Trump to leave court owing like 350 mil, drop some fucking shoes.
Come out with some kicks.
He
fool.
goes to sneaker con and drops some fucking
Yeah,
kicks.
do it for the
fool.
culture.
One time. fool.
I think he only made 1,000 of them, right?
Only 1,000.
So what's
Easy.
what's
Hey,
his
400
bag return?
bands? 400 bands?
Man. And you know he bought like 500 and sold them on eBay the first dude to sell them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all right.
Making his money.
Come on,
You
dog.
gotta make your bread, bro.
I'm not mad at that.
But like a lot of people are mad at Trump because they're like, oh, how can you sell merchandise and
Yeah,
how can
what
you
the
do
fuck?
this and how can you do that?
He's a celebrity, bro.
Bro,
he's
been doing it for years.
Make
I'm like,
merch
fool
great
selling
again.
Steaks. Make merch, bro. Right? Fool selling steaks and ties.
From the jump.
From the
been
jump, from
we had
the
a Trump
day.
university,
The
bro. That
fucking
wasn't a
business,
real
dog.
university,
Yeah,
bro.
hell yeah. Straight up. You got finessed. Capitalism, dog.
You know, but I'm like, look, like he's using his platform. At the end of the day, it's like it's a business move. It's a business
Yeah.
idea. It's also like free marketing because
Straight up.
everybody's talking about his shoe. Everybody's talking about the shoe. Like whether the one thing a lot of people don't give this full credit for is like he's really good at being in the headlines
Yep.
all the time, bro.
Yeah.
all
The
the time.
great
He wins
negotiator.
that war all the time,
Oh, yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Didn't even spend
I'm like,
money on
no,
fucking
Joe
Nah.
Biden,
PR.
Joe
bro.
you know,
Biden.
we can have that conversation on both sides. Both sides are definitely not meant for any of us, right?
No.
Like they're, you know, different sides of the same coin, right?
Yeah.
But with that being said, I'm like, bro, like Trompas wins that PR war
Hands
all
down.
the time.
Easy.
Joe Biden
yeah.
can
Yeah.
put two words together, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, man,
Sleepy
bro,
Joe.
Sleepy Joe,
Sleepy
bro.
Joe, dog.
bro.
But I'm like, he's using what he's already been doing forever, right?
Yeah,
like
bro.
he's been selling things. He's
Come on,
been
dog.
putting his
The
name
art
out.
of the deal.
The art of the deal, bro.
Stop it.
Yo, you can
Stop it.
keep going. The
Bro,
apprentice. You
come
can
on.
Keep going and going
Come
and
on.
going.
The
right?
only president not to age in office.
Bro, you know, he has all. It's the truth.
He
bro.
loves to smoke.
But like at the end of the day,
All the
it's like
Mm-hmm.
he's putting his name on things. He's making money. He's generating funds. Like people are sitting there hating on him, but I'm like, bro, like get up off your ass. Go
Go get a
Thank
bag.
you.
go get a bag, bro.
Yeah.
Gracias.
Like at the end of the day, like you know, you have to be right economically as well
Yep.
to be able to make a lot of these moves, right? You got to be prepared. You got to be ready. And you know, whether you like his politics or not, like that's leaving things completely at the side.
Yep.
The issue that we have right now amongst everybody is we can't sit here and have a conversation on both sides, right?
Yeah.
Sit here and meet each other in the middle, be like, look, I don't like you, you don't like me, or we have completely opposite views, right?
Yeah.
But let's have a conversation about how we get closer to the middle.
Yeah,
Fools
exactly.
don't know how to politic, fool.
Nah, bro.
Like-
Left ring, right ring,
It's about
same
the
bird.
money, G. How we get
Yeah.
this money back?
Straight up. How do you bring money back to America?
It's facts.
You sold your country out a long time ago, and you're mad that
Pimp
the
is
wrong
like that.
guy is saying the right things. Yeah,
Pimp is like
definitely you don't want that fool representing you. But fuck, the fact that Trump had to say some of this shit, and as hard as fucking Joe Biden sat down and fought it, look at his politics right now. Look at his policies. Look at what he's doing right now. He's literally trying to sit back in the Trump seat right now. So it's like, bro, we're not fighting a concept. We're fighting a person, dog. And you're talking about your nation, fool. You're lucky it's America, dog, because go do that shit in Russia, homie.
Probably not. Probably not. Hey, you
Yeah.
think Nike gonna sue him though for selling silhouette?
I think that they're gonna try to
Nah,
build some
Supra
hype off
is-
it, fool, but that ain't
A
gonna
Supra?
happen.
Look,
Super the high top
Nah,
super.
Oh, the
Those
Muskas, fool?
The Muskas.
Hey, those
Nah,
Muskas,
I-
those
I-
Chad
I
Muskas.
That's
think-
what they look like to me, dog.
Dude, what he should have did is it should have just been the silhouette of his toupee, fool.
Hey, fool.
Straight
That's
up.
hard.
Straight up. More marketing in my
Yeah,
fucking
fool.
hair, dog.
That
than
fool
in
should
my
make some
body.
slippers, dog.
Straight up.
Hey,
Some
fool,
slippers
some
with
house
like his
slippers?
hair on the from the
Like the
fall.
little
Come
toupee on the
dog.
front?
Hey, can we just take a moment though to
boy.
remember when fucking Trump was on the roast fest and burned everybody?
Hey, dog, I remember that.
That fool don't give a fuck, bro. He got game.
Savage.
For a dude that did not grow up in the hood, that fool, he
got a lot of
He
hoodlums
got some
around him,
hood,
though,
you
you
know.
feel me?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. His roast game's on point.
No, for real.
That fool was on one that day. I remember seeing that shit. I saw it on YouTube.
Hell
Fucking
yeah.
throw
Hey,
me.
hey, low key, look at the debates, the presidential debates, bro. He put a name on everybody. He hit everybody's character.
He called
dog.
people's wives ugly.
Dude, all kind, yeah, dude, straight up, like you're a rapper, dog. He's
Bro.
like, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat.
Yeah.
That's Trump, dog. You know what I mean?
He's the future of the fucking.
Straight up, dog. Straight up.
Oh, bro.
Hell yeah.
Man, and talking about obviously policies and definitely somebody that I know Trump was really active, you know, calling out in all aspects was China, right? So talking about China, in another
What
study.
did Hong do this time? fool?
Nah, bro. Well, talking about China,
He back at it.
The United States this past year, right, is the first time in like 20 years, right, 30 years that the U.S. does more business with Mexico than with China.
That's right.
Starting to see the reverse, right, of the dependency on China.
Should have been it from the jump.
Kind of
Well-
scary when you think about it, though.
Well,
Why? Because more kilos coming through.
Well, because bro, Project Need
Everybody vote.
Project Need for Speed, bro. Obama was pumping in cocaine and guns all his presidency. Like, let's keep it real, bro. We between America, Mexico, and Canada, we have a silent agreement, right? And we're one entity.
NAFTA, my boy.
Thank you,
My boy.
Thank you, right? So if you really want to peep game, right, we've been doing business, right? We don't. It's too sloppy to deal with the cartel and start that war right across the street from each other, especially when I make a lot of bread off y'all, right? Like cocaine cowboys. We could go down this route all day. Yeah. The real thing is, like, and if you really want to break it down, man, the trippy part about what's going on in America right now is, if you really look at it, a lot of America has already been bought off. The states have been up for sale for a very long time, which is why there's a difference between the United States of America and USA, right? There are two separate entities that people don't realize. And the corporation has been sold out a long time ago, dog. China owns several states. Russia owns several states. We're like a NASCAR of a nation at this point. And the scary part is that America is built off a principle that we moved away from these like empires, kingdoms, queens, where things are passed down by blood and by right, opposed to by who's the best at the job, right? And the way we solidified ourselves was through industrialization, was through building all our railroads, was making our manufacturing spots in Detroit and all these spots, and making everything in home and better, right? That was our principle. Back to the fighting combo, we were hungry and then we got complacent and then we sold the shit out. Look at the farms right now. Look at all these farms that burnt down in the past year or two during this last little epidemic we went through. Ironically enough, they're all farms that are owned by Chinese government for the most part. You'll call them Chinese American citizens, and ironically enough, you find out they live most of their life in China. Yep. Right. And if you know anything about China, if you're a Chinese citizen and you have any allegiance to the government, everything you do is for China. There's nothing bigger than you. Everything you do, right? Ironically enough, all these farms that have burnt down that were both Russian and Chinese owned during the midst of one of our biggest problems, while they're talking about America cannot be the ruling power anymore, so who needs to be? Okay, these are all around intelligence facilities. And look it up. It's not a conspiracy. Just look up the map of every single farm that burnt down in the past year for whatever reason, right? While we have an issue with our food. I mean, think about it like this. The elevators that move all the grains in our entire nation are Chinese owned. And the moment that we sit down or they sit down and say, I no longer want to do business with you, fuck, guess what's going to happen to all your crops, all of your food, bro? These people have a monopoly and you don't need to worry about a nuke hitting. And people want to act like they're on game about EMPs. Bro, it's stupid. All they have to do is sit down and say, I'm not doing business with you anymore. All of your medicine comes out of India and China. The moment you want to go to war and you really want to sit down and push the issue, all they have to do is stop commerce.
Yep.
And you're dead.
You're fucked, yeah.
You're fucked. Because you've moved all your business out of state to other nations. All the power, there's an illusion of power we have. And to be honest, the biggest enforcer of that power was our military. But right now, you got cats. People are talking about how Russia has more nukes, damn near twice as much as we do. When you want to talk about the game, bro, like that convo gets real fucking deep. But I think that when you actually look at it, man, it's scary to think about that. One thing Trump did that I thought was insane was he got the North and South Korean presidents to walk past that line and shake hands.
Yeah.
That flew over people's
I was
heads.
gangster food.
Right?
Yeah,
I was fucking
motherfucker stud out there.
Think about this. Fuck all the stupid, ignorant shit he says. What was one of the biggest issues? America has not been at war for about 14 years of its existence. We're a war nation, dog. Yeah. Let's not forget that, right? But isn't it funny that ever since 9/11, we've had one boogeyman, which was the Middle East and then these rebels, right? And it's the same rebel group every 4 years. It's changing the name from fucking al-Nusra to Al-Qaeda to ISIS to ISIL and furthermore, right? Hamas, etc. Okay, but look at this. Isn't it weird that Trump got into office and within the first 3 or 4 months, he drops one missile on an Iranian general in Iraq? That's weird. And then you don't hear shit for 4 fucking years about rebels. You don't hear any type of issue on ISIS or anything. That shit got shut the fuck down. Joe Biden gets back on and we're back in this dilemma, right? I think people, even in the wokeism era that people are thinking they're in, I think people are still asleep and they're not really peeping game. You want to look at politics, bro, follow it. Don't just look at I don't like Joe Biden, I don't like Trump and their supporters. Bro, you're divide and conquer right in their hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Unify.
That's pretty much like the thing about politics, bro. It's always gonna be a back and forth that, like you said, divide and conquer, bro.
Yeah, straight
you know,
up.
like as whatever agendas there are out there, bro. Whoever's in certain positions of power, this is what they want.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Confusion.
you know? Instead of us all being fucking united to one shit. But yeah, man. Last topic, bro. Before we wrap this up, I don't know if y'all saw, bro, but the homie Compa Raider went up to No Jumper, man.
No jumper.
How do we feel about that? I'll give my opinion first. You know, that's the homie. Much love to him, bro. I fucking wish him all the success. Did I like the move? Not really. You know, just because of what we know about, bro, over at No Jumper. And, you know, I done seen too much shit. You know, shout out to the homies from the community, AD, back
Shout
on
out.
Fig, the homie Duno, you know, Raza.
Shout out.
All the shit that's cracked with them, you know, and I just see so much like shit stirred up that comes out of there, bro, that can, you know, really put people's lives in danger. You know, there was a whole issue when the homie Gil went up there as well. So it was just kind of like a little bit of a disappointment moment, but hey, man, I can't even speak for him, you know, and at the end of the day, dog, the reason people will probably go up there is for business to, you know, homie has a whole business that he runs and wants to promote. And, you know, at the end of the day, if that's homie's intentions, that's his intentions. How y'all feel about it, though?
I don't know the guy at all, so I think my opinion is the least. And I met him a few times, and you know, he seems cool. I think that the problem is that sometimes people don't understand the difference between not all publicity is good publicity. And like we were saying earlier, I feel like Adam 22 really thrives on other people's downfalls and their issues as a person. Right? I think he really highlights the worst of people. He's kind of like a urban Vlad. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that when you go on that show, you need to be very intentional about how you're going to present yourself and what you're going to talk about. You have to have a plan. You can't walk in there free willy just like any other podcast, trusting the host, because the host in that show is not out to help you. You know, he's a very funny talker, very smooth talker. He knows how to seemingly de-escalate something just to put you right back into telling the worst story you could. You know?
Yeah.
Nah,
What's up, boys?
Bro, I agree. Like, I think it's something that it's entertainment, right? It's a little sensitive in the sense where we're all out here trying to make a living, right?
100%, dog.
You know, meeting the homie, he's a good dude, right? Like being able to go out there and do what he needs to do for himself. Like I get it. But I'm gonna take this quote, like I think FDR said it, right? With great power comes great responsibility.
Spider-Man.
And like, bro, you know, but like now, like, you know, bro got a lot of eyes. He's doing his thing, bro. I'm like, you don't need that type of attention because you go to those particular type of platforms and they're not there for your best intent, my G.
Nope.
They're not there to push you. They're not there to see you succeed. They're not there to make you into, you know, we're currently living in a brown renaissance, right? My boy, like, they're not there to support you and you know, move you forward. You feel me? Like, and being in a space where like we want to continue to grow together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to continue to push that line, like, and really take care of our communities, right? And really take care of some, you know, of the brown communities, and be able to collaborate with other communities. But we want to come to the table with food to eat already, right? Yeah. Like, we don't ask for nobody from nothing from nobody. Yeah. So like, we got motion, and you know, he already got motion. He got a lot of eyes, and I'm just saying from like a perspective of like surrounding yourself with people that have the best intent for you. Exactly. Right? Yeah. And have the best energy for you. Yeah. And really want to see you succeed. Like, we should all be surrounding ourselves with those type of people. And I'm like, I don't think that situation really suits you to continue to push you forward and like in further success. But like, you know, that's just my opinion.
I feel it. Yeah. Hell yeah. What about you, my boy?
Shit, man. I fucking Milton over here said homie Raider shooting his shot at Lena, fool.
Probably.
Hey. That's the only way that I will let bygones be bygones and not let that change my opinion of who he is as a man. But in terms of just like the political side of it, like homie said, not all PR is good PR. Yeah. Not all money is good money, right?
And let's keep it real, bro. Lena's available on the market right now, but for a certain guy.
for a certain price?
Yeah, nah. She likes brothers, dog. Look at the show. She turned the white boys down. She don't look at the Mexicans, right? She want. You know, she got a little
Right, you
fever.
about to go in there and change shit.
You about to go there tan as
Come on,
hell.
fool, you're already
Tan.
Culture, G.
Clap cheeks, dog. You're already in.
Straight up.
Might as well, fool. Nah, but I mean, it is what it is. Homie made his play, right? You know, I think he made some comments about how he felt about the situation, and then kind of, you know, backtracked on those comments, ended up doing what he did.
Yeah.
I get it from a business standpoint. I understand you're trying to tap into new markets. You want more eyeballs on you. It's good for business in that sense, right?
Somebody could have got in his ear.
But it's also bad for business in the sense that some of your most loyal customers might not fuck with you no more.
That part.
Just because of that move.
That part.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, I mean, I know we wish him the best, dog.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
especially it's fucking Raza. You want to see Raza
Yeah, for
succeed
sure.
at the end of the
Yeah,
day, dog.
100%.
You know, but hey, man, I appreciate everybody who tapped in today. You know, another motherfucking episode of What's the Word on Wednesday, bro. Anything y'all want to say before we wrap this up, man?
Nah, man.
shit.
Thank you for tuning in.
Shout out to the homie Cuddy.
There we go.
Shout out to Cuddy,
Hadar.
buddy. G.
Shout out to Cuddy. Shout out to Hadar Extract. Anything you want to say? Philosopher.
Shit, man.
Philosopher got real deep with us today.
Hey,
man.
my bad,
Shit.
bro. I might
Nah, we
have
love
lulled
it.
some of y'all to sleep back there, but nah, man. Just appreciate you, appreciate old boy American Cholo podcast. You know, that's the
Shout
spot
out
to be
Gil.
at. You know, and it's a great thing having a place where we can talk about our own people, our own issues, and shine some light on these things. So
Most definitely.
that's
Well,
right.
again, appreciate everybody who tapped in, man. What's the Word Wednesdays on the realest platform, American Cholo.
Oh.
Y'all make sure to tune in next week. We're going to be live at the same time we were today. Y'all have a blessed one, man.